Hi people, and hell my Chili Incarnation crew, it's Chili here, the man who produces Iron From My Eyes, and I'm doing a 5-minute review on In Heart's Wake's album, Incarnation. I'm going to level with you guys here. I haven't listened to any of In Heart's Wake's albums in full, but the name does carry some weight within the Aussie metal scene, and I started this whole 5-minute review thing to check out new music that I wouldn't normally play, so this seemed like the perfect combination and reason to go and check out In Heart's Wake. Let's see what I think of them. The first thing you will notice with the track listing here is the text, with each track containing 2 track names, as can be seen normally and if you flip your phone upside down, and then you can see the other title, but make sure to set your phone to lock screen aspect before doing so, or you'll just be annoyed. I'm going to give the band credit here for making something that is usually mundane and making it very intriguing with their approach, but for also making it a unique experience. Too often we see the Cavolt spelling or perhaps the Bring Me the Horizon approach with weird and stupid capital letters in certain places, or the sarcastic text font. It got tired after the first time. You didn't need to write a whole album in homage to this joke, did ya? So what about the music on this record? Again, I have nothing to compare it to except my taste in music, and while this modern metal scene can sometimes feel like a stagnant pool of breakdowns, this record, while contrasting these tropes, didn't exactly fall into the pit of tar and sink like the rest. I'll admit that the breakdowns are something I loathe, and that's because it's such a lazy staple of the modern metal scene that is just not unique or not exactly different in sound or approach. Compare this to a guitar solo, which feels like a signature imprint on the music. A breakdown always starts the same. The song's slowed down to a half pace with a China cymbal crash before that 7-string down-tuned guitar gets put to use. Compare this to the good old-fashioned guitar solo, which uses skill and technique to implement and work into the song. The technique along with the tone could make most instantly know not only what song it was, but who was playing the solo. I bet if there was a challenge or a video to name that solo, I would nail it. Comment below if you want to see me do it, and if I can't, and I'll see if I can if I don't get copyright striked. Hell, I might just do that video. Look, despite my angst towards the style of metal that can be predominantly found on this record, it still holds up in my books as a pretty mean sounding effort, and I don't think anyone who is a fan of the band is going to hate this record in any way, shape or form. In fact, quite the opposite. I imagine the fans truly love this record, and I can understand why. It does have some seriously infectious grooves with heavy riffs interlaced with powerful drumming, and I'm sure that in a live setting this shit will go off. I certainly enjoyed it for what it's worth, even if I might not run back to it and listen to this record on replay very often, but I would still enjoy it if I heard it being played in any other scenario. In fact, I'm curious what scenarios are not appropriate for this music. Again, comment below with your thoughts and best answers. Overall, I'll give this album a score of 7 million chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being Spitting Nails, Hollow Bone and Shell Shock. After listening to this album and having a look over their previous works, I can understand why the band have a prevalent following in the current Australian metal scene. It should be no surprise really, and I'm glad that Australia is helping out with some solid records that have been released in this field, along with other contemporary acts, which seems to be as strong as it was a decade earlier as to now. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us and stay notified for future music related content, because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always people, you have a great day and stay spicy.